President Muhammadu Buhari has called on the international community to support Chad to conclude the transition from military to democratic government in a peaceful manner within the set time of 18 months. President Buhari spoke at the opening of the extraordinary summit of heads of state and government of the Lake Chad Basin Commission, LCBC, in Abuja.
The need to support the Chadian government to effectively carry out its planned 18-month transition is sacrosanct. However, it must be stated that the sanctity of the Chadian constitution is the supreme guiding document defining the social contract in the country must be respected. The transition period should be civilian-led, with requisite powers given to the constitutionally mandated organs of government settled with the responsibility of administering the country.
The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that the summit was convened to discuss the recent developments in Chad after President Idris Deby Itno died on the front line while defending the territorial integrity of his country. The Nigerian leader, who declared the one-day summit open in his capacity as the chair of leaders of LCBC member countries, rallied development partners and countries, particularly France, the United Nations, and the United Kingdom, to support the transition regime in Chad. He also urged Germany, the Netherlands, Russia, the United Nations, the African Union, and the European Union, as well as other friendly and partner nations, to support the transition framework put in place by Chad's Transition Military Council, led by General Muhammad Idris Deby.
I call on the international community, particularly our development partners and the countries, France, the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, the Netherlands, and Russia, the United Nations, the African Union, and the European Union, as well as other friendly and partner nations, to support Chad conclude the transition in a peaceful manner within the pledged 18 months.
At the in-person meeting, attended by the presidents of Central African Republic, Niger, Chad, chairman of the Presidential Council of Libya, and a representative of the President of Cameroon, Buhari noted that the death of President Deby Itno had direct implications for the continued peace and stability of Chad as a nation, the Lake Chad region, and the wider Sahel region.
The flow of refugees and displaced persons from the country, unrestrained flow of arms, drugs, and other harmful substances into Lake Chad and Sahel regions, which are already challenged by terrorists seeking to establish parallel systems, would further compound the security and stability of our areas and neighboring countries. It is therefore our collective duty, and in honor of the memory of the men and women that have died in search of peace in the region, to rise in unison as leaders of the region to ensure that peace, stability, and security are not disrupted in Chad and in the entire region.
While eulogizing the Marshal of Chad, Buhari described the late president as a committed African leader and statesman. He said the late Deby stood for peace and stability of the Lake Chad region, the Sahel, and the African continent in general.
The late president was a committed African leader and statesman who stood for peace and stability of the Lake Chad region, the Sahel, and the African continent in general. His passion, commitment, and zeal to the cause of the Lake Chad and African unity would be greatly missed.